All right, we are cutting out some shapes to finish a seahorse quilt that I'm making, and many of you have seen the beginnings of that at least, and the middle of it. And so I thought that there might be some curiosity about the size of the bed here, which is the cutting area, which is 3 feet by 4 feet. But you see that we're confining the cutting to this smaller area that is raised, as you can see. So I thought I would have my husband explain it to you because he can do it better than I can. So, honey?
So the reason we have the fabric elevated on that smaller little bed that we stick in there is because this lens has a shorter focus distance and doesn't quite reach to the big bed. And since the fabric sits like flat on the bed, it has to be raised up so that we can actually use this lens. I could have switched to a different lens and cut, but you get a little bit better quality in the cut with the shorter focal length. It focuses the energy a little bit better, and so you have less charring on the fabric and that sort of thing. So it is a little bit more effort because we're cutting in a smaller area, but it gives a better result.
Well, I actually haven't noticed any charring on any of the fabric, even the really light pieces that we did. So it really is working out really well. All right, so we are doing what, 24 3-inch squares now?
Yep.
Okay, and again, we're using 40% power?
Yep.
Is that right? And how many millimeters per second?
200 millimeters.
200, okay, and that's relatively slow for this laser, right? Because it'll travel at 600 millimeters
For
per second.
cutting, it's not slow, it's actually quite fast. But yes, for engraving, you go at 300 millimeters a second.
All right. And that's on a 100 watt. So anybody who's using a different wattage of laser would end up using a different power setting, right?
Yes.
Okay. Take it away. So now you guys know that I don't have any excuse except for my sewing when seams don't line up exactly, because this is very precise. So all the inaccuracy is me. This saves my hands so much stress. Oh, saves them for kneading dough for focaccia, doesn't it, honey?
Yep.
So here my husband is rearranging the layout for the cutting so that it stays within the parameters of the raised platform, so that the focus remains the same and the cuts are clean. Because we were on the edge. I guess you could always turn that one around, huh? Yep, that works. So these are 1.5 and 4.5 inch squares, right?
1.5, 2.5,
Oh,
and
wow.
2.5 by 4.5.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna cut all those at one time. Oops.
One doesn't fit.
Oh, that one on the outside doesn't fit?
Yeah, I need to do a little more tweaking.
Uh-huh. For anyone who's curious, he's using Lightburn software. It's a one-time purchase, right?
Yeah, you get upgrades for a year with your purchase, but you can use the software as long as you want.
Okay.
If you want more upgrades, then you have to buy a new license.
Okay. Those of you who have embroidery machines or any machine that basically assesses whether you're going to be sewing within a certain field, that's exactly what's happening here. It's all based on CNC technology. It's the same as all the sewing machines that are out there that do embroidery or any kind of position-based work.
Here we go.
Here we go. Yay. So, and just so you know, we have a big exhaust thing coming from the laser. You need that, believe it or not. This stuff produces a lot of smoke. We cut wood with this and acrylic and leather. Leather's very stinky. Wool is stinky. So you definitely want that exhaust. Doesn't seem to bother our neighbors. At least they haven't said anything about it. It dissipates pretty quickly, I'm sure, outside. But if I'm on the porch outside, I can smell you cutting wood. So we do all kinds of things with this laser. It's very fun. And Cameron built this laser.
Yep.
What, about 5 months? Weekends?
Something like that.
Oh, flew away. Okay, we'll be back to cut the rest, but you can see that's pretty clean cut. And give me one of these pieces so I can show. There's no char on that at all. So you've got that dialed in perfectly for this laser. But everybody's laser, even if it was 100 watts, it would be a little bit different possibly. So you've got to adjust for your own equipment. While we're cutting my fabric, my husband is printing parts for the new 3D printer that he's building. So, multitasking. This thing's been running almost, all day, every day? Printing the parts. His new printer is under construction over here. And it's bigger and better, faster, more efficient, all that. So that's what he's printing the parts for.